In this video, informative vibes guide you how you can improve your English speaking skills from movies. Here is a part from a movie in which a professor asks some questions regarding biology. Your main focus is to notice how native speakers pronounce different words. I'll guide you the meaning of difficult words to make it easy for you to use.
Morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Welcome to Greenhouse 3 second years. Now gather round, everyone. Today we're going to repot mandrakes. Who here can tell me the properties of the mandrake root? Yes, Miss Granger.
Mandrake, or mandragora, is used to return those who've been petrified to their original state. It's also quite dangerous. The mandrake's cry is fatal to anyone who hears it.
Excellent. 10 points to Gryffindor. Now, as our mandrakes are still only seedlings, their cries won't kill you yet, but they could knock you out for several hours, which is why I've given each of you a pair of earmuffs for auditory protection.
Morning refers to the early part of the day, specifically the time between sunrise and noon. It's a period marked by the transition from night to day and is characterized by increasing daylight. Native speakers often skip the word good in the phrase good morning for reasons of linguistic economy and convention. This linguistic phenomenon is called ellipsis. Ellipsis occurs when certain parts of a phrase are omitted because they are implied by the context and understood without being explicitly stated. In the case of good morning, the omission of good is understood because the phrase is a standard greeting, and the positive sentiment is already conveyed by the context and the act of greeting itself. This shortcut makes the phrase quicker and easier to say in everyday interactions.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Here Sprout is surname, last name, of professor, but it is also a word in English and has another meaning too in English. Sprout refers to the small growth or development of a plant, typically from a seed. It's the initial stage of a plant's life when it starts to emerge from the soil and develop its first leaves and stems. A greenhouse is a controlled environment designed for the cultivation of plants. It is typically a structure made of transparent materials like glass or plastic that allows sunlight to enter while trapping heat inside. Second year in study typically refers to a student's second year of academic studies at a particular educational institution, such as a school, college, or university. Gather around is a phrase used to invite people to come closer or assemble in a particular location or around a specific point of interest. It's a way to encourage individuals to form a group or circle, typically for the purpose. Repotting mandrakes refers to the process of transferring mandrake plants from one container to another with fresh soil. Repotting is a common practice in gardening to provide plants with a healthier growing environment, more space for root development, and improved access to nutrients. Petrified is an adjective that describes something that has been turned into stone or has undergone a process of becoming fossilized. For example, petrified wood is a type of fossil in which wood has been transformed into stone, typically agate, opal, or another mineral. In a broader sense, petrified can also describe a state of extreme fear or shock, often used figuratively to indicate that someone is so frightened that they seem to have turned to stone or become completely immobilized with fear. Fatal is an adjective that describes something that results in death, has deadly consequences, or is capable of causing death. Seedlings are young plants that have recently emerged from seeds and are in the early stages of growth. Knock you out is an idiomatic expression often used to describe the act of rendering someone unconscious, usually through a physical blow or a powerful impact. Earmuff refers to a protective covering that is worn over the ears to provide insulation, warmth, or protection from noise. Earmuffs are typically designed as a pair of cushion pads connected by a band or frame that can be worn over the head. They are commonly used in various contexts for different purposes. Auditory relates to the sense of hearing or the process of perceiving sound. It refers to anything that is related to the ears, sound perception, or the sense of hearing. Follow for more. Hit the subscribe button.